Did you know crypto markets have trends? If you want to maximize your gains, you are going to want to have your finger on the pulse of what is trending in the crypto markets. This baby is about to go boom. Woohoo! In this video, let's talk about how to be bullish and when to look out for bearish. Nonetheless, the trend is your friend. Hey, what's up? Money Sage here. Man, I just love money. Real money, that is. But don't get it twisted, I'm not greedy for money. Money gives me the luxury of placing value on things I really care about. My health, my knowledge. I could buy audiobooks for days. My family's well-being, my gorgeous and spectacular home, my vroom vrooms. What else? Oh, I never let money get in my way of being honorable. That's where money and I draw the line. And that's how we keep an ongoing and healthy relationship. We do get risky, but that's it. Well, enough about me. Let's talk about money.
Bulletin with support from Majority Leader Chuck Schumer in the Senate before it was eventually vetoed by the Biden-Harris administration. We are now hearing that the SEC's Office of the Chief Accountant is engaging in conversations with some market participants on a case-by-case confidential basis to inform them if they need to comply with SOB 121. It looks like one firm even received a non-objection from the bulletin. It's incredible how big of a hole the SEC has dug itself into. Yet, despite the backtracking and the rebuke from both houses of Congress, earlier today, Chair Gensler indicated he would not rescind SOB 121 in response to a question from my friend across the aisle, Mr. Wiley Nickel. Chair Gensler, now that the Office of the Chief Accountant is picking and choosing who needs to comply with SOB 121, why wouldn't the SEC simply rescind SOB 121 entirely or issue a new guidance?
Stepping back, this guidance is the 121st. It's what we've been doing for 52 years. And it's guidance about what happens in bankruptcy, whose assets are there. In crypto bankruptcy after crypto bankruptcy, bankruptcy courts have said it's not the investors, it's the bankruptcy estate. That's what that accounting bulletin is about. Is it a liability in bankruptcy, basically? And customers get hurt.
Let me reclaim my time, Mr. Chairman. Commissioner Peirce, what kind of signal does it send when the SEC is carving out individual firms from its own staff accounting guidance on an one-off basis? What would be the approach you'd recommend instead of a response to the problems caused by SOB 121?
The approach I'd recommend is we need to go back to the drawing board. We need to figure out what the right accounting is in this area, and we need to do that involving the public in a process, not just putting out a staff bulletin. And then applying it, Chair Gensler mentioned earlier, it applies to public companies, and that's true. It applies on its face to public companies, but we've also applied it to broker-dealers, and now, as you pointed out, we're peeling it back for particular entities. There was a question earlier about why there's only one custodian in the ETP space, and one of the reasons is because of our SOB 121, which makes it very hard for people to be custodians in this space.
And think about the market concentration. There's been no accounting bulletin from the SEC that has ever been as fundamentally flawed as SOB 121, nor has there ever been one that has been considered a rule according to the GAO, and we certainly haven't seen 60 U.S. senators overturn any of the 120 previous accounting bulletins either. Something's amiss here. This does not look right for the SEC. The situation we're in today is indicative of a failure of your organization to recognize just how problematic SOB 121 has been. Chair Gensler, do you believe that SOB 121 has led to concentration risk because of how few entities are able to offer digital asset custody services?
I think it's actually the right accounting. Off-balance sheet accounting is also what, in part, got us into the 2008 crisis. So just remember, like, when people are trying to hide things and put them off balance sheet, it's not good. Also,
you talk about hiding things, Chairman Gensler. We don't even know what deals you're cutting on SOB 121 when you give a no objection letter to a different firm. Like, if we're going to talk about hiding things, let's talk about transparency. Let's talk about how do people in this country operate under our laws when your commission is doing backroom deals with one-off companies and writing them a no objection letter. That's not transparent. That's not in the interest of the American people. You can't follow rules that you don't know about. What's going on?
The accounting bulletin is the staff accounting bulletin is out, but also for years, companies come in, public companies, and said, this is how we're going to account for something do you object? And in this case, if it's remote from bankruptcy, if a company is going to go bankrupt and it's truly the customer's
I'm
funds.
going to hold you there because I want to give your colleague a chance. Commissioner Peirce, I'd like to pose the same question to you. It's market concentration. Is that a risk from SOB 121?
It is a risk, and the accounting raises real questions about whether this is protective of investors or not. And so that's why I think we need to go out with a real process, try to figure this out.
At the end of the day, the SEC has to read the room. And the entire House of Representatives voted on this, and a majority of members of the House rebuked SOB 121, and the Senate, led by the opposing party, they passed it with 60 votes, including the majority leader. This is not a good look for the SEC. This should go away. This is bad policy. With that, I yield back.
Man, Daps loves his friends. The guy has long lost memories of clicks and booze. No, not the beer. The shorties, the girls. Oh my God, do I have to spell it all out? Forgive me, but I'm no spelling bee contestant. Each and every one of different races from different places and at every stage of his life during those phases. Caucasian, Asian, blacks, and with Latinos, he does not lack. Because Daps is black and Latino. We hate to be all politically correct, but this is for the sake of you getting to know him. Quite like me, Daps is cool. That's right, he stuck it through in school. From multiple elementaries, into a private Catholic high school, and on to college. Tony was his first friend when he came to this country, as they both attended the Hosmer School in Waltham. But that was short-lived for personal circumstances. And then came Derek and the Crowley family. Followed by his stay with Jim and Hannah, the Fowleys. Around the neighborhood is where he met Kapil in Bedford, lived in Winchester with Tom and Sherry, and had a moment of independence at St. Joseph's in Fall River. And that's when his Familia Boricua came to get him. You ever watch that movie, Mi Familia? Good old days. And so all throughout his upbringing, Daps had exposure to all kinds of friends. Till this day, he hangs out with the best of them. The Lawrence Boys Club crew, who made it into Central Catholic, there were about 14 of them. And most of them played basketball together since the 5th grade. In college, it was the Jamaicans, Corey, Jeezy, Mardon, Cadian, and P. Josh is Cuban. He came from Lawtown Hood too. Trinidadians, New Yorkans, and of the New Jerusalem, New Jersey. Jewish, Christians, and all different types. Daps has hung out with all of them. By the way, since you love the content, be sure to join, subscribe, tip me with the like button, and talk to me. Leave a comment for us to share with everyone. In a similar way of life, the crypto market has its phases, ups and downs, and in each trend, you're gonna wanna be its friend. When I first joined crypto, I remember when Twitter, way before it became X, was buzzing with concepts like proof of work, POW, and proof of stake, POS. Not that other POS, Gary Gensler. Seriously though, should I feel sorry for having the chutzpah of having said that? Don't mind me. I must continue. That was the time when Bitcoin was on top, and Ethereum and all the other alternative coins were trying to bring Bitcoin down. But kinda like me, Bitcoin is always going to be on top. Yeah, baby. Let's keep in mind that we are doing our very best to communicate in a positive language style. So alternative coins? Alternative being a negative context word, are best named choice coins. Choice coins focus on their functions like smart contracts, decentralized finance, DeFi, centralized finance, CeFi, gaming, metaverse, NFTs, meme coins, layer 1s, layer 2s, ecosystems, artificial intelligence, real world assets. This list continues growing. And speed of performance, like how many transactions per second, TPS. So, be sure to visit my description at the bottom of each video. I have placed links to my favorite exchanges, wallets, and cold storage to help you consign your crypto boom. Those are your crypto assets. Remember to get your claim of a life. Man, it is so critical to make a claim on your flesh and blood and to be accountable for your body vessel and your purchasing power. Each function I just listed, my friends, is a trend. When you hear these functions, sound the alarm. Because these are the functions to give your undivided attention. Fiat cost leverage, aka DCA, and stuff your crypto bags. Just put it in the bag, ay. So each trend varies. We can move from a bull run to a bear run in a bull cycle. But the same is to be true in a bear cycle. Every 4 years, there's a Bitcoin halving, and that's usually when things go bang. But I mean, the crypto market ebbs and flows. Think of the crypto market as the ocean. They're in the accumulation phase. Accumulation being another negative context word. So during the gathering phase, the water is calm. In a bull cycle, waves are beginning to form and growing, sometimes quite massive in size, until the tippity top, as the peak of that 40-foot wave just forms a curl tucked in to come back crashing down and deep into the body of water, which then is obviously the bear cycle. Be wise and sustain sanity. If you follow the psychology of crypto market cycle chart, look at here. You could become one of the best surf dudes out there and cash in on those crypto gains. Cowabunga! So whatever the trend, know your trend. And that is your friend. Don't be lonely out there. It's a cold, cold world. Anata wa kuruteru. That's Japanese for you crazy. Hi. Yes. Let's remember this. Crypto-currencies is a native concept of the quantum-banking-system by our very own global-postmaster-general Russell-J Gould. He too is our friend. In the now space, void of a finale. As a finity loop. Perpetual.
Self-custody, your crypto. We are in a new era of money.
Bridging humanity into the now space. Everyone, thank you. Gratitude for taking the time, and don't be so broke you can't pay attention. Do me a favor and help me get this content out, and since you love it, be sure to leave comments, follow, subscribe. Thumbs up, hit the share link, and blast this good stuff to your world. I want the audience. Hello?